In Jamaica, we eat bun and cheese almost every day of the year. You didn't really need any special season to eat bun and cheese. However, bun and cheese was very special for Easter. You can't have Easter and not have bun and cheese. You can't have Easter and not have fish. But there was a particular bun I want to tell you about. Want to know about the hot cross bun, or they call it sticky bun? It was a little bun, and they would have like a cross in the center of the bun, and it would be filled with spices and so on, and it was kind of sticky, yes? And I remember each of us getting a hot cross bun. The hot cross buns were, filled with all different spices, and it was said, back in that whole British tradition back in the day, that it was symbolic, those spices were symbolic of the spices that were used to embalm Jesus Christ, yes? And in fact, I remember with the hot cross bun, there was even a little nursery rhyme, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross bun. I don't remember the rest of it. And I can't expect me at this age of my life to remember nursery rhyme, but I just remember 1 a penny, 2 a penny, or half penny, don't remember, hot cross bun. But Easter time was really about buns and cheese and fish cooked in a variety of ways, because it was believed that you shouldn't, especially Christians believed, and certainly Catholics believed, you really should not eat fish from the time of the start of Lent over the whole 40-day period leading up to Good Friday, and definitely not on Good Friday. You should be eating meat. So meat was kind of forbidden. But if you weren't particularly into the religious observation of Easter, fish was still a very popular dish, and fish cooked in a variety of ways. The very popular, very favorite Jamaican escovitched fish, steamed fish, fish pie, all kind of fish. And eggs, oh my. Eggs was very, very important at Easter. Not eggs like how the North Americans use it in terms of having, what you call that now, when they would paint the eggs, boil and paint the eggs, and they would have egg hunts and that kind of a thing. No. But in Jamaica, eggs at Easter was important for cake baking. It was important for scrambled eggs, etc. We ate a lot of eggs at Easter, yes? And as I mentioned, cakes. Cakes were very important at Easter. They were usually plain cakes, yes? And really great cakes. I mean, cupcakes, some of them had all kinds of decorations on them, but sometimes they were not necessarily decorated. But having cakes at Easter was very important. Bread at Easter was also very important, because nothing nicer than bread and cheese, especially hot bread and cheese, especially when you get a nice hard-dough bread from the bakery, fresh from the bakery with cheese. Easter or not, that is always a very nice drink to have. But then there were also all kinds of other wonderful foods at Easter that we all enjoyed, because especially when you come to Easter Monday, oh my goodness. Easter Monday, if all the other aspects of Easter was solemn, Good Friday was solemn and very sober and so on, and children could hardly speak, and they definitely must not make any noise, and you can't play around, the house and run around and so on. You see, when Easter Monday come, it's like the whole place broke out. One big, almost like a carnival of celebrations. And we would have all kinds of foods like grater cake and gizzard and snow cone and ice cream, and I remember cotton candy and all these things. and all kinds of candies. And I know for me, my favorite sweet treat at Easter was chocolates. And if I'm really lucky, sometime I would get some foreign chocolate, and the chocolate then would look like bunny rabbit. And I bite off like a piece of the ear, just like a skin at a time, you know. And it's like, I don't really want it done. And of course, I have to hide it. And I was so terrible that sometimes I take out my chocolate, you know, to eat when I know that everybody else finished their chocolate and then would beg me some of mine. I not get them none. Huh? Let me tell you something. I could go on and on and on about Easter, you know, because even the close of Easter, I never even get to even really get into it. And how back in the day when I was a child, women used to have to wear gloves and wear them like white gloves on Easter Sunday, and sometimes even, my dear, on Easter Monday they'd have the dress parade and so on. But that's a whole different story. Speaking of story, this is a very long story that I've been telling you. A story that you say, isn't she going to stop? No, me can't stop. You're asking me to dredge up memories of long ago from me was a girl. I could tell you so much more. But you know what? I think I should stop right here, so.